This is Edwina from Elegant Creations, and I wanted to come on and share with you what I've been working on. So this will be for my craft shows, and I wanted to show you all the cute little things I made. So I wanted to start off and say thank you to Jenny, one of our Decorate Your Life designers. I had won a giveaway, and she sent me some really pretty stamps, and she sent me this stamp that got me going, got me inspired, and that's why I made the little recipe books. I'm sorry, there's a little glare with the plastic. And she also sent me this little gingerbread, so I was able to use a few of these little items. And then Karen, one of my subscribers, she sent me lots of goodies, and so she sent me, thank you Karen, thank you Jenny, it really got me going, as I have been wanting to do these and I just didn't have a lot of the right stuff. So this really added to my collection of dies that I had. So she sent me the stamps, so I use this a lot, and in the little mixer, and then all these, can you tell they're red? So I use these, and then she also sent me these, I used the little hats from that. And she sent me some ribbon and lots of goodies that I'm going to use on other projects. So, but I wanted to use these first. So I want to show you what I made. So I'm going to take all these out. And I'm so sorry for the glare, because it does have a little glare with the plastic. So what I did was I took some Dollar Tree. I had bought some Dollar Tree photo albums, and I bought this one, and it had this paper on it. And so I had done this, and I cut here, cut the front, cut the back, and then I did cut another piece and tucked it in the whole bit. Well, I saw a Pinterest person on Pinterest, and she did the same thing, and she took the book apart, and she was able to do that, and I went, oh, okay. I wish I'd have known that. But so what she did was she took, let's see if I find my piece. Okay, so she took this off, and then you can reposition it once you get all your paper on it. So it makes it easier to do one or two sheets, the front and the back. So much easier. And so I had these two, so I'm going to do that. And then I just put a cardboard to kind of make it even. And so I will be taking that apart, and then you can glue it back together. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I did. So starting off, I made this black and red with the white, and I had this die that I got on Amazon, and then this one is from the Chef's Hat, and these 4 pieces are from the gingerbread. I had a big gingerbread die, and so I used these. And it also came with the words. Oh, this one came with a cooking tray, and so I did that. And so then this one's not quite finished, so I still have to attach. So I want to put a recipe for Happy Home on this. So I took the stamp that Jenny gave me. So I find it. Show you what I did. So I stamped this, fussy cut it out, and I used the tray. I also used this from, I don't know what it's called, I guess it's a tray of some type of plate. And I used that, fussy cut it and put it there, and then I took these little recipe words and I put it on the tray. This one, because it had the 2 words, I did do a little bit bigger. And then I put it over the tray. And then I just made some recipe cards. I had a stamp, and I did that. So my recipe cards I have bought, and they had lines on them. So you can always add to it if you want and put more in there. So the sleeves kind of save it. They are a little flimsy if you're taking them off and on. I didn't like that too much, but I had already bought them. So I did do the pasta. And then I did salads. And I tried coloring the face. I'm going to redo this one. So I'm able to take this off, pull it, and redo it if I need to. So I don't want to mess with it. But then I put desserts. And I did have this die in my stash. I didn't even know I had it. And I was cleaning things out and I found it. So it's good to clean your craft room. And I went through every single stamp and die that I had. So that's why I found that. And because I moved things around, and that's why I found it. Then I want to put this recipe book belongs to. So I will show you what I did finish one. And so still working on that. Then this wasn't finished either. So same thing, I took my little chef. These ones I did different. I don't know if I'm going to put the chefs on these or put little utensils or stamp some images here. I'm still working on it. I had to kind of stop because I've got to work on the wedding and I'm helping them with the bridal shower. And for my daughter-in-law's sister, they asked me if I would help. So I'm making a few things for them and the bouquets. So I had to stop, put this away, and I thought I better do a video because a friend of mine interested in one of the books. So this is salads, and then this is pastas. And also when we do craft shows, they ask for a donation. So I thought if these don't sell or if I don't want to sell them, I'll just do them as a donation, and that might help. So I'm going to take them and see how they do. So I made this one. So what I did, these have a lot of pages in them, and there is a lot of videos out there where they do these. What they do, some of them, they put like, let's say Christmas or printed paper on there, and then they do the recipes and they leave the whole book. It was too big for me, so I took the pages out, had some left over, and I inserted some paper, some decorative paper and some plain, and then I used my cinch. It's my friend's, and so I used that. So this is the first one I did, and this was too big to put in. Afterthought, I didn't make this first. I went and binded it, and then and then said, "Oh, I have to put these in there." I was able to put these, but this one I wasn't. It kind of lifted too much because I'd already done it, and I put foam tape. So I just left it and I put it on the front, so it's not really protected, but that's okay. But I really liked the way it came out. And then I had typed up recipe for a happy home. And I had done, I wasn't sure the size. I have to do these at the library. I don't have a Word. And so I did a smaller one and a bigger one. And this was too big, so I'm going to go back and now I know what size to use. And so I used a pot that I had a die, and then these are also from the stamp that that Karen gave me. And so I took, and then this one's from the chef stamp, the bowl. So it's kind of fun. I just kind of went crazy and stamped just stuff, and then just been fussy cutting them. And then the hat also, and then this I had. So I took some from my stash and some from the stamps. And then this one had the backing. And then this one's for bread. So it was fun, just using up things I had. And this is from the stamp set. And I had typed these up. This one's blank. I need to put, I was going to put other, but I didn't have it typed up, so I got to get that done. And then I put this book belongs to. And I like the way his hand is holding, so you can put the name. And so I don't know if I'm going to do this as the donation or try to sell them, but I do want to make more. So then I made a Christmas one. This one, I didn't use the plastics. I cut out my own and used my binder. And then I had this gingerbread die. I will leave the links below on some of the dies that I used. This one was in three pieces. It's supposed to have a Santa hat, but I made my own little chef's hat. And then this was another die that I purchased last year. It had three different rolling pins. And so this is like the little body. So I find it. Okay, this is an older die. I got this on Amazon. I don't even think that they have it anymore. But these are the little feet and the arm. And it has the little candy cane, and then it has a Santa hat. But I wanted to put the chef. So I made my own. And then I was able to put it on her head. And did the little eyes. And I thought this came out really cute. And then this is KS Crafts also. And it came with the recipe book die. This is the gingerbread. And then I just covered with scrap pieces that I had, little pieces. And then this stamp set came from the one Jenny gave me. She gave me the gingerbread. That's cute. So I took the little boy and girl, and then I took this little image here. And I'm going to use this one too. And this, the best holiday memories are homemade. I got to put that somewhere on this one. I thought it was really, really cute, so I used that. And then I put cookies. I kept them pretty simple. I don't know if I'm going to put the corners. I might. I think it really added a lot to it. So I did do the gingerbread on that, and I had some paper. So sometimes you get like little pieces. This was 2 pieces somebody gave me, and so I used that because it said drink and cookies and milk, so I thought it was appropriate. So I did that on all the backs. Then I put the candy. And then the cakes. Sorry, there's a glare. So I did have, this one's a smaller one. No, this is the same one, I think. Yeah, so I had 3 of these little dies. And then, so this one's for cakes. And I was going to put the little labels here, and I thought, oh, I'll just leave it like this. So then drinks, I didn't want to, these are pretty easy to separate anyways. And then I put other. And then I put the little rolling pin, and then I made a little hat. So I did one pattern and then cut them out, and then so I layered them with 2 layers. I think it came out cute. I was real happy with it. And then so that's this one. So I want to make more of these instead of the ones with the plastic. The plastic is kind of, you're moving it back and forth, but I'm not sure. I do like the way this came out. I'll probably make a couple more gingerbread ones. And then I made something a little different. So I had a die that had the tea party. It was a teapot. It came with this. I still need to find or somehow do a little S here. I'm not sure. This is from Stampin' Up. And then this was another die I had. So a lot of mixing and matching. And then I had this die, so put that there. And then Karen had gifted me a lot of these beautiful different colors of trim, ribbon, the organza ribbon. And so this was a perfect color. Look how beautiful that matches with my paper. And then this little dangle, we had gone into a swap with the Decorate Your Life team, and Dahlia had gifted me this and some teapots. And so I put that on there, and she gifted me these little clips too. I'm not sure what they're called. I never remember the name. So I put that on there, and I thought this really made a difference. So I don't know, I was doing something different. I had gotten some real pretty recipe cards, and so I didn't know what, how to decorate the front. So I thought I'm going to do a tea party recipe book. We had a tea party for our church. I wish I would have had this. I would have given this as a door prize, but I thought I'm going to make some more of these. I did do this a little too big. But it came out cute. I had these from the puff stickers from Dollar Tree, and then I had a little spoon. Then I made me a little tag. I had gotten a little mini, tiny, it's so tiny, tea set. It I think it's a cups and some spoons and a little tag. It's really cute. It didn't have a pot, but it did have the teacups, so I used that. It was perfect for the cup. So again, I just did paper I had. I think this is two different paper, 12 by 12. And so this was the recipe cards. Let me see if I can take one of these out. They come in and out so that way you can do your writing or take them out where you need to. Front and back. So it came with 25. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And then I did scones. And then sweet treats. I thought this would be really cute for those that love tea parties to give as a gift. And they can keep. I know this is a little crooked, so I gotta fix it. So that's a good thing that I like with the sleeves, that you can take them out and fix it and then put it back. So I'm doing that. And then I put tea. And I do want to put, so I put the recipe belongs to. And I did find on Pinterest, see this one came apart, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And, but this is just the cover, so I can always glue that or tape it. I want to put some type of recipe, the way I did the other one, recipe for happy home, maybe something recipe for tea lovers or something with tea. I'm not sure. I did find one, so I'm going to see if I'm going to put that one. But I thought this came out really cute. Let me know what you think about this. See if you think this would sell or somebody would like that. Because I'm not sure. It was just something I did on a whim because of the... I just took everything I had, and I had these recipe cards, so I thought I do that, and I had this. So it worked out perfect. I didn't have to buy anything. I had my own cards. I had everything already, and the puff stickers. So I really love the way they came out. So I might make some more. So let me know what you think. I really appreciate all your comments, and I love to hear from you. Any ideas that you have. And I want to say thank you again to Karen and Dahlia for sending me the lovely teapots, and Jenny and Karen for sending me the wonderful stamps that got me going. I have been wanting to do this for a while, and I just didn't know where to start, what to do, and this kind of went. So I am very, very happy, and thank you all, and have a good weekend and day. So happy Wednesday. Thank you all. Bye bye.